Have you ever heard the phrase, "you're never really alone"? Turns out that might be more literal than we thought. Or maybe not. That was a really vague intro, wasn't it? You can go ahead and click off the video now. Today we are talking about a mysterious phenomenon called third man syndrome. Sometimes when humans are seconds away from dying, lost in the freezing tundra, climbing a mountain, drowning at sea, or hanging off of a cliff, they report something truly bizarre. They see someone, or feel someone, or hear someone who isn't there. And this mysterious, unheard of life force keeps them alive and helps them survive undeniably mortal situation at hand. Just like that, before they can even thank them for saving their lives, poof, they're gone. This is called third man syndrome, and it's the, hey bro, I got your back of human psychology. What is third man syndrome? Third man syndrome is basically when someone in a life or death situation feels the presence of another being, a guide, an angel, or a mysterious companion that comforts them and directs them to safety. Third man syndrome was named after T.S. Eliot's poem, The Wasteland, from 1922, where he wrote, "Who is the third that always walks beside you? When I count, there are only you and I together. But when I look ahead up the white road, there is always another one walking beside you." Creepy? Yes. Poetic? Undeniably. T.S. Eliot. That guy should be a writer. Apparently, this line was inspired by the experiences of someone named Sir Ernest Shackleton, an Antarctic explorer who, during his near-fatal expedition of 1916, he and his crew felt an unseen figure guiding them across the icy wasteland to safety. No one could see him, no one could explain him, but they all felt like this third character was there. I also would like to note, today's factoid, that third man syndrome is described as being an unseen force, feeling something, hearing something. But there have also been instances, personal accounts of third man syndrome, where the force is seen. A mysterious figure shows up and saves the day. A literal third person comes into the room, no one knows who it was, and there's no record of them, which is very, very creepy, but those experiences are very few and far between. This is also known as guardian angel syndrome, and it's pretty creepy, I'm not gonna lie. It does seem to blur the lines of psychological, metaphysical, and religious textbook terms, and I feel like it really is a gray area between science and the metaphysical. So, from a scientific perspective, let's look at the third man syndrome and explain it in terms of psychology. How does it work? Science says, calm down, you're just hallucinating. But the weird thing is, it's not your typical hallucination. When you are dying or in a life or death situation, your brain will say, calm down, you're not dying, and give you a hallucination that inspires you to keep going or push forward in that scenario. But the weird thing is, it's not a normal hallucination. Psychologists think that third man syndrome happens during times of extreme stress, exhaustion, or even sensory deprivation. Yeah, we're going Stranger Things mode.
I put the new 4G's on the G. I tap into the bloody bottoms is underneath. Cause all my niggas got it out the streets. I keep 100 racks inside my jeans. I remember getting them all with the whole team. Now niggas can't have.
Basically, your brain hits the emergency switch and fabricates an imaginary companion that helps you survive. Your brain just spawns a cute little emotional support NPC every time you're about to kick the bucket. It's kind of cute when you think about it. Like, you're really looking out for me, noggin. Thanks. There's even neurological evidence suggesting that this phenomenon involves temporoparietal junction, the same brain region involved of out-of-body experiences and various religious visions. The problem is, since this phenomenon is only experienced when you think you're about to die, it is extremely hard to test, because it's not like you can conduct a scientific study and just keep almost killing people. If the test subjects believe that someone will intervene, you don't really feel like you're gonna die, so kind of defeats the purpose of this whole scenario, and you can't really test it. But even science can't explain all of the accounts. I'm gonna have some examples of third man syndrome that I have sourced off of everybody's most reliable website that they have ever used, BuzzFeed. I'm just going to read you a little bit of some of these excerpts, because not every case happens in the wilderness. One user said that when they were 9 years old and recovering from surgery on the verge of death, a mysterious man helped them out. When I rang the bell for night nurses to help me find the toilet, a smiling man dressed in all white came in and helped me straight away. He was so happy and peaceful with the biggest smile and bright aura. The next day, I'd ask if he'd be on duty again. The staff said there weren't any male nurses on duty those past 2 nights, and none of the staff were all white or answered any of the bells in the ward.
Huh?
The ghost from the Polar Express on top of the train was just helping him out. Alright, it was an angel. Another reads, I'm nearly 75 years of age and I haven't thought of this incident in years. I was raised in North Alabama, the youngest of 3 brothers. Our family would often vacation in the panhandle of the Florida Gulf Coast near Destin and Panama City. On one occasion, I was 6, maybe 7 years old, when we stopped at a picnic at a public park near a backwater estuary. I was waiting and stepped off into water deeper than I realized, turned toward the shore and tried to clamber back, but I knew I was literally over my head in water. Suddenly, I felt hands under my armpits lifting me into the shallow water until my feet touched the bottom. I immediately turned to see who was there, thinking it was one of my brothers, but there was no one else in the water. I didn't say anything to anyone at the time, not knowing what to say. To this day, I still can't quite grasp what happened. Many people claim that they have religious experiences after experiencing third man syndrome, which is actually kind of a beautiful thing, because what is humanity if not having something to believe in? Pagan, Christian, Hindu, whatever. Believing in something is beautiful, in my opinion. So these third-person experiences are really life-changing, and I feel like we've all experienced something that you just can't explain. But when that very strange thing is literally intervening between you and death, it's hard to deny that that's a little bit magical, don't you think? Even if it is just a hallucination for you to survive. For example, science would say that this boy felt someone lifting him into the water to maybe help him swim a little bit because his brain didn't want him to panic, so it created a hallucination that would calm him down so that he could continue to find shallower water. But that just doesn't seem like something logical that could ever happen. Cold, hard science says, you're just hallucinating. Religion says, that was your guardian angel, and you are blessed. And metaphysics says, reality is a simulation, choose your fighter. But no matter how you slice it, third man syndrome reminds us that the line between brain, spirit, and survival instinct might be a lot more blurred than you think. So if you're ever in dire straits and you feel someone walking beside you, don't panic. It's just your brain's way of saying you're not alone and you're not done yet. And if my guardian angel is watching me right now, where the hell were you during my freshman year college algebra final? Huh? I'm Melody. I hope you enjoyed this video. On my channel, we talk about all things freaky, geeky, and spooky. So if that sounds like something that would interest you, please go check me out. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time.